Ché, it's been just over a year since we took you back to grassroots and you told us about your incredible journey to the Premier League. A lot's happened since then. How do you kind of reflect on 2021 for you?
A very positive year. Obviously gaining a lot of experience from playing international and obviously playing in the Premier League, which is the hardest league in the world. Yeah, it's been a very good one personally, and hopefully I can make many more memories in the new year.
A big story in your career, this transition into international football. Just tell us again how that all came about.
Well, it came around years ago, and I think at the time I was very young and just still learning my trade in football and where I was going to go. So obviously the interest come around from Scotland to go and represent them, and because I was in the Southampton team doing well, scoring goals and playing consistently. I just wanted to put my foot in the door at Southampton and at club level before I took into transition to go and decide to play for Scotland.
Did you chat with Stewie about it?
Yeah, I had a few conversations with him. He had nothing but good words, and I can back him up now because I'm part of something special. My mum, she's so proud of me and everything that I've achieved with Scotland. So, yeah, as I said, personally, it was a great time, and hopefully we can make some more memories there as well.
It all happened very quickly, didn't it? I mean, within a couple of months of your debut, you're playing at the Euros, playing against England. How was that? Crazy? Exciting?
I loved every minute of playing in the Euros, and it just made me learn so much about everything myself and football, because there's so much to learn. And then internationally, it's a whole different ball game compared to playing in the league and every week for your team and clubs.
In the last couple of camps, there's been some really big wins at Hampden, hasn't there? Does international football stir up emotions that are a little bit different to what you're used to?
Definitely, because you have a whole nation behind you and spurring you on and wanting you to do well. And them nights at Hampden is special and that will live with me forever. But as I said, hopefully we've got big games coming up now in March, and hopefully we can push the nation to some more success.
Have you ever played in an atmosphere like it?
No, I'm going to say no. Especially the one against Denmark. Obviously to score as well and to progress into the World Cup qualifiers was something else and won't be matched, I don't think.
I know it's still a year away from now, but how big a target is that World Cup in your mind?
Yeah, it's in the back of everyone's mind, and we want to progress and do the best as we can and make a nation proud. And there's no reason why we can't. We've had a great campaign, obviously qualifying for the qualifiers. But hopefully we can bring some more success to the nation.
Have you felt a change or an increased responsibility on your shoulders since Danny left?
Yeah, you could say that. Obviously he was the main provider of the goals. But now it's up to the next generation and the other players like myself and the other strikers to step up and do well. But it's always a nice feeling to have pressure on your shoulders, because that's what you strive for and you want to do.
What's it been like with Armando and Armour coming into this side and a couple of new partners for you? What have you made of them?
You need competition for places, and I think we've got the right balance now with everyone. Everyone brings a sort of different game to our plans in matches. So yeah, it's been great. As I said, that everyone's been top drawer and they're really good players. So there's no knocking that, and it's more headache for the manager who has to pick the team on a Saturday.
Armour's obviously come from the Championship like you did. I know you said yourself it took you a bit of time to get used to this division, but have you spoken to him about just kind of keeping calm and don't worry and things will click into place?
Not really. We've had a few talks in the past about what's the difference from the Premier League to the Championship, and we just both agreed on the tempo, the intensity and the quality. And he's not new to this. He's done it before, as you said, and yeah, he's scored goals in the Championship. So it will all come good and it will all click into place once he feels comfortable, which all the boys are making him feel that way.
Do you get less chances as a striker playing in the Premier League?
I think so, yeah. In the Championship, I think they come more often, whereas in the Premier League, it's not as often. And it's a split second before it's taken away from you. So it's just about being focused on that one moment, that one time it does fall for you to, you know, put it in the back of the net.
You scored recently against Leicester as well. How did that go down back home?
Yeah, obviously I've got a few friends from back home, and they wasn't too pleased, but you know, they're just happy for me doing well and scoring goals.
Christmas period coming up, really busy time for you guys. As a footballer, love it or hate it?
Hate it. Just because of, you know, how many games are coming and how much, you know, preparation goes into games. You don't get much respite in between. But you know, when I was a kid, I used to love it, having my Christmas and then watching the football. But now I'm actually living in it. It's hard.
It feels like Boxing Day is always an away game for us as well. What does that mean for your Christmas Day? What's that going to look like?
Yeah, obviously we'll be coming in later on Christmas Day, about 4 o'clock, and then travelling to where we're going. You know, thankfully it's not that far to West Ham, but you know, we'll be in a hotel that night and preparing for the game on Boxing Day.
Looking ahead to next year, any personal ambitions? Are you one for New Year's resolutions?
No, I'm not really. You know, at the start of the season, I set my mind on what I want to do and what I want to achieve, and you know, that will stick with me. And I'll have to look back. I'll have to go through my notes again and have a look where I'm at.
Have you got a little book?
No, I'm only joking.